Hey guys, I'm Marty Geek. In this video I have an unboxing and hands-on look of the abxylute remote playing slash cloud gaming device that I received a couple weeks ago so I can try it out and make a video for you guys. So that's what I'm doing on this video. Okay, so this, I believe, is the final product, the final version you're going to be receiving via the mail. This is how I got it on this box with the logo right here, you know, the system right there with the brand right there. And keep in mind, there's two versions you can actually get: a white version and a black version, a 32 gigabyte storage and a 64 gigabyte storage. The funny thing about that is that there's only $10 price in between them. The 32 gigabytes is $209, and the 64 gigabyte is only $10 more, $219, which is kind of weird, right? Here you got an instruction manual, right? Make sure you actually read it. There's a couple things you might want to learn about the device. It also comes with a USB-C to USB-A cable, which I didn't use because you could use your own, and I have a whole bunch lying around everywhere. It comes with this case. Hopefully everybody actually gets a case as well, just like I did. And like you see here, the case says abxylute as well, which is good that it has that. And of course, it's going to protect your device, so when you're taking it around, traveling and all that. And it's also really light because the device itself is light as hell. So we got the device here. I love how it looks right out of the way. You know, white and black buttons. This button over here is actually like sky blue, which is weird that it's the only thing that's like light blue on the device. That's a very cool or weird, however you know, subjective. I'm gonna take this out. And like I said, this device in the inside actually has 4 gigabytes of RAM. But it sounds not that strong or not that powerful. But remember, you're just doing cloud gaming and remote playing, so you don't really need that much power in this device. The other cool thing is the thinness of this. This is very, very thin. Look how thin that thing is. And it's very light. It only weighs 430 grams, which is insane. And I love this silhouette that it has over here in the back, because it gives it a very awesome grip, especially for my hands. They fit perfectly there, and it just won't slip at all. Here you got the power button right here. This right here is actually the power button. Like you see, abxylute right there is powered by Android. It's actually Android 12. And here in the top, you actually have the volume up, volume down button right there. Also on the bottom, you have, USB-C port, you got the microphone, you got USB-C port, you got headphone jack, and you also have a micro SD slot just in case you want to upgrade the device storage. Okay, you got the brand right there loading up, abxylute. Very cool. Changing colors, very nice. RGB, when it comes to RGB, the only thing that this thing has that turns, you know, lights up is actually the buttons over here. Like, see, right now I have them in blue, but you can actually switch the colors of these buttons right here. Log in. This is a wallpaper of me messing around with the wallpaper options here on this device. And yeah, just keep that in mind. But that doesn't look like that when you load it up for the first time. So here, it's going to back up right here. Load it up because I was actually pressing the button there. So this is how the home screen actually look, right? Looks pretty good. You know, right here by default, I have it here in a quick start buttons. You tap right here, it takes you all the way to the end. Tap over here again, it takes you all the way to the front. You got the Google Play Store, which is awesome because that means you can install any Android application here. Yes, you can install games as well, but a lot of the games are not compatible with controls, so they're not going to work properly. And plus this, it doesn't have the latest and most powerful CPU because this is meant to be for cloud gaming first, or remote play. A lot of those games are not going to play as good as on your smartphone or your tablet. So keep that in mind. Yes, I did install a game, like for example, Dead Cells. I did install that game. It actually plays awesomely here on this device, but it won't look better than if it was running on your devices. I did install a Call of Duty game as well. It runs, but the controls are not compatible, so keep that in mind. So there's going to be games that work, other games are not going to work. Now here you got the absolute essentials portion, which lets you download applications that you're going to need for cloud gaming or remote play. So for example, if I want to download the GeForce Now, I just click right there. It takes you to the Google Play Store, right? And from the Google Play Store, you just go ahead and download it and install it. And all you got to do is log into your account and just start streaming games using GeForce Now cloud service, which is awesome. And it's also a very good service as well. Now when it comes to the screen of this device, this is actually a 7-inch 1080p 60 hertz screen, and the aspect ratio is actually 16:9 aspect ratio. So playing games on this device actually looks pretty good, and since it's 60:9, it actually feels a lot more like normal looking, like you would on your normal TV. And I really like the way it looks. The colors look very good. 60 hertz, honestly, when you're doing cloud gaming and remote playing, it's more than good enough. And remember, the experience that you're going to get on this device, it all depends on your internet. So the better internet you have, the better performance you're going to have here on this device. So keep that in mind. Also, the triggers, the triggers and the sticks are Hall sticks, so that means you're not going to suffer from a drift on these joysticks. And the triggers are also very good. Also, since it runs Android, that means you can also install applications as well, like Chrome, YouTube. I think I also have here. Yeah, I think I also have like Disney Plus as well. When you open in applications, most of the times it actually closes whatever other applications you have open. And that way, when you're playing on a video game or something like that, you don't really, you're not really running with a game on the back. So you see there, it looks like that. But when you launch a video, it actually looks really damn good. It actually changes to landscape mode. When it comes to the battery life on this device, it's actually pretty good. I'm getting over 6 hours of battery life. They claim you could get up to 8 hours or even more than 8 hours of battery life, because the size of it is actually 5200 milliamp hour battery. But I've been doing so many things at the same time that most likely that's why I've been burning the battery a lot less than 8 hours of battery life. But the fact that it lasts a lot longer than all my other devices, handheld gaming devices, this for me might be, and most likely is going to be, my #1 device when it comes to cloud gaming, because it is very light, very thin, and the battery life is amazing. And also, this does not have a fan in the inside. It does not get hot at all, because you're just doing cloud gaming and remote play. So there's no noise coming from this device. It's also gyroscope compatible, and it also has vibration as well, so that's cool as well. And of course, it has Bluetooth, so if you want to link some Bluetooth headphones, you can do that as well. Here you got Bluetooth options, you got airplane mode, this display settings right there, the wallpapers. You can actually change the wallpapers here as well. This is the official themes. You got sound, you got the sound there. You can change the sound effects and all that. Battery life, you can see the battery life percentage there. It has a battery saver as well. Language and data, LED lights. Oh, this is where you can actually change the LED lights here. So if I click here and I turn this off, like you see, the lights actually turn off. So you might want to do that if you want to save a lot more battery, but I don't think this burns too much battery, because it's just that. You click right here, and this is where you can actually customize the way the colors look here on the button. So you could go ahead yellow, like you see that, very cool. You could change to pink, look at that. But the color that I like the most is actually this nice looking blue. So that's the only thing you have on this device when it comes to RGB. You got accessibility, you can up the font size of the device as well. You also have system updates, device information, more settings. This takes you to Android settings, which is very familiar. If you have a smartphone, you're going to be very familiar with this as well. You got the home screen, wallpapers and all that. You could change there, and so on, so on. Also here, it has this option right here that lets you put like application right here. This is called like the quick start menu, or the quick start application section. So all you got to do is, for example, if you want to put an application there, I could go ahead and choose, for example, let's say I want to put GeForce Now. I click right here, and it says add to quick start. Click right there and boom, it adds it right there in quick start. If you want to eliminate it, you can click right there. It'll take you to the manage page right here, and from here you can actually go ahead, for example, click X and remove. It'll take it out. Or if you click right here, you could go ahead and add all the ones you want. You want PS Play, you could do that, and so on, so on. You could keep adding applications there and take it out like that. Very cool. Like you see here, I have 4. I got Game Pass, YouTube, Amazon Luna plays awesomely, and the PS Play also plays awesomely. That's where you're gonna actually use this device to remote play your PlayStation 5 games. So if I want to play PlayStation 5 games, I just click right there. It's gonna load the PS Play app. I'm gonna go local connection. You can also do this remotely as well. You just have to have better or very, very good connection. That way you can have a good experience. And there it is. Look at that. So this is loaded up. There you go. This is the screen of my PlayStation. These buttons right here that you see actually disappear. And right here I could go ahead and do anything that you normally do on your PlayStation, or if you use a PlayStation Vita before, this is basically the same thing. And you can load up the games. Just make sure you actually have games installed here on this device. That way you can actually play the video games. And make sure you, when you're leave your home, or when you're home, your device or your PlayStation is actually in rest mode, not off, rest mode. Because if it's not in standby or rest mode, it will just not turn on or work at all. So yeah, like you see, I'm having a good experience here, and like I said, I've been really enjoying it. But one of the main reasons that I love this device is going to click right here. I can click right there. When you're done playing PlayStation 5, you just click right there and put it in rest mode. If you turn it off, you will not be able to do remote play until somebody at home actually turns it on. You can do remote play on the Xbox. Let's go tap right there. You open up an application. That's the cool thing. It always closes the application that you were running before. That way, when you're running it, or when you're using your device, there's nothing in the background running. So that for me is a very good thing. It might be annoying for some people, but I think it's the right thing to do, because when you're playing video games, you don't want things running in the background or eating up your battery, right? So you have this option. When you want to play remote play, click right there, play on this device. Yes, go ahead and continue. And it's just going to load up your console right here. Not Game Pass, your console. So, of course, if you're doing a remote play, you have to have a console. You have to have your PlayStation 5 or your Xbox or your computer if you're doing Steam Link. So that's what remote play is. You got the new look of the Xbox, which is how the Xbox mine looks like. You have all the options here. You can click here to go up and down. And if you want to start a video game here, I got Everspace 2 right there. Save files are always going to sync between your devices, which is awesome. And other than that, I have no complaints here. You got all the options right here for this as well. Click right there. If I want to quit a game, I'll just click right here, click right there, disconnect, and that's it. It go ahead and disconnects from the game. If I want to click right here, it takes me back to the home screen. Takes me back to the game, home screen, game, and that's it. So when I start, also another cool thing I found about this is that Amazon Luna plays awesomely here as well. So if you are an Amazon Prime member, I forgot that you can actually play Amazon Luna, I think a couple games free per month. Those free games actually rotate every month or every other week. Let me know in the comments how long is it. But since you are an Amazon Prime member, Amazon actually lets you, and like see there, it actually recognizes, you see that? Your controller is now being ready for gameplay. So it actually recognizes the buttons here. So that means all the games that you have on Amazon Luna, you can actually play here. And the free games that you get for being a Prime member are actually playable here for free. You can play them as long as you want. You could finish these games if you have the time, of course. And it plays nice and smooth. That's something that I really love. Now, make sure Of course, this is compatible 1080p, right? But make sure you actually put it lower down the graphics or the streaming to 720p. That way you can actually get a much better experience and much fluid experience, and it requires a lot less internet. That way the games can actually run a lot better, more steady. And putting it at 720p, you're just gonna have a very, very good experience, very nice and fluid experience. And also, once you load these games via the cloud, it feels like they're actually installed on your device. This is a Smurf game that came out a while ago, and it actually looks beautiful here on this screen. You know, it looks really, really damn good. So let me go ahead and wait for this to load up. Of course, the loading time and all that doesn't really have to do, I don't think it really has to do with your internet. It's just the game. Some games load faster than the others. And look how beautiful that looks. Look at that beautiful that looks. That looks really, really good, man. That's hefty. Okay, damn good. Ah, I'm dead. Look at that. Woohoo. Look at that. That's so damn good. And I've been, you know, I've been trying out Amazon Luna a lot for the first time ever, because Amazon Luna has been a while, but I never tried it because they're PC games, and I don't like spending too much time on my PC playing. But when you have a handheld device capable of doing that, man, it's such a freaking good experience. So yeah, that's something really cool. When you want to quit, you know, you got these options right here. You press and hold, and it takes you to this overlay that Amazon Luna has. You have your profile there. You have options for headsets, broadcasts, cloud. It clicks right there, and basically that's it. You want to quit the game, just exit right there, and it'll go ahead. Yep, you want to quit the game? Yes, I want to quit the game. And that's so cool because this is actually being streamed to your device. You don't really need a console or a PC to actually play games from Amazon Luna. You just need a subscription, or you just need Amazon Prime to play those free games, which is good. Of course, the #1 application that I love here is the Xbox Game Pass. Load Xbox Game Pass, and what I love about the Xbox Game Pass is that it is a huge library. Exclusive Xbox games are available day one, and for example, you don't need a console. You could just go ahead and subscribe to cloud gaming version, and that's it. You got the console, you see console, you see the games available for PC, and here, this is where you're going to be able to play games. Cloud. When you have it on cloud, you can go ahead and play on every video game here that you want, and it's just going to work. Once the game loads up, it's just going to work really, really damn nice. Click right there, right? This is MLB. Okay, I gotta quit the game that I was using before because I think it was on my, we just did remote play. So when you change from remote play to cloud gaming, you always have to quit the game. But that's something from Xbox that you have to do. Other than that, I can't complain about the device. The device is actually pretty cheap when you compare it to other gaming remote playing devices. Like, for example, the Logitech G Cloud is actually $349, and and I think sometimes it's at $299, but this is only $209, which is good enough. If you want to get the 32 gigabyte version, you're not going to be disappointed with that, because remember, when you're doing cloud gaming and remote playing, you don't really use that much storage. I think you don't use storage at all, maybe some megabytes or so. But if you want to download applications like Netflix, YouTube, and all that stuff, then yes, you might want to get the 64 gigabyte version. But you don't really have to. You could go ahead and buy the cheapest one. Games load up pretty good when you're playing. Have no problem whatsoever when it comes to playing. I could go ahead back here, and I could go and quit if I want. Just like that. It has touchscreen as well, which I didn't mention before. Touchscreen, and the screen looks good. In my opinion, 1080p, 60 hertz on for handheld cloud gaming and remote play. I think that's good enough. So yeah, other than that, guys, I'll leave links in my description for this device just in case you're interested in it. And let me know in the comments what you think about these cloud gaming devices. One thing for sure, I'm going to be playing a lot of Starfield on this device over my other gaming devices because the battery life that I'm gonna get here is way better than the other devices I have. And of course, it's very thin, it's very light, and the screen's 7 inches, 1080p, 60 hertz. I think is good enough, and it actually looks really nice when you're playing video games here. So yeah, I think this is going to be my #1 Xbox Game Pass mobile device, definitely. So guys, thanks for watching this video. Let me know in the comments what you think about it. Till next time, bye bye.